It might not have been a 10 out of 10 performance for Cyril Dessers tonight, but he scored on his 10th attempt at goal, and it was the most important goal of the evening because it was the fourth goal, it was the final goal, it was the winning goal as Rangers came from 3-1 behind at Dens Park to win by 4 goals to 3. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. What an entertaining game that was, a 7-goal thriller. We can say what we want about Dundee. They've struggled this season at times, or down the bottom of the table. They could be heading for a relegation playoff, but the majority of their games, when they've come up against Celtic and Rangers, they've put in great performances and they've either deserved to get something or they've either got results against them. And I think tonight was another one of those games where Dundee could have won this 4-3 and it wouldn't have been undeserved. But in the end, it was Cyril Dessers stepped up when Rangers needed him the most, put the ball past Carson. Maybe a bit fortunate with the header that was perfectly played to him, but still Dessers' chest down, the control and the little finish was great for Dessers, and I think he's underrated. I've always said it, and he's better than Adam Adair. That's where I'm checking it.
That's where you hang your hat.
Right.
It's either Dessers' delight or shite. You know what? It was shite for about what?
Dessers is a pick a mix, right? You've got some nice sweets in there, and you've got some shite sweets in there. You just don't know what you're lifting out at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I think you could argue that's Rangers right now. I think Dundee are very hard done by not to walk away with anything. We can talk about Dessers missing about 10 chances, but so did Dundee.
Simon Murray, we're talking, another inch and it's posting in probably.
Yeah, and they hit the post as well many other times as well in the game. Scott Tiffrey at the back post missed an opportunity to make it 3-1. They did eventually make it 3-1 anyway, but a good game of football. Can't really dispute that, but Jesus, I think if there was ever a game to sum up Rangers' season, it's that one. You know what I mean? They have got the ability and the firepower to beat teams, like we know, but they've also got the ability to absolutely throw games. And you look at just the beginning of this game, man. Corner out of nothing, and Simon Murray flicks it on into the back of the net. Yeah, great header, great corner from a Dundee perspective, but from Rangers' perspective, man, you can't just keep going 1-0, 2-0 down to teams and expect to come back each time. You really can't. And then after this, what did Rangers really do?
How many times has this happened though? Rangers conceding the first goal?
It must be near a record amount, I think. Honestly, man. I think this is the 4th time Barry Ferguson has been 2-0 down. And he's not even in the job long.
Yeah, I remember he went 2-0 down against Kelly.
2-0 down against Fenerbahce and 2-0 down against Motherwell. Obviously Fenerbahce, right, I think you're not really going to have too much of a
didn't come back to beat Motherwell, so...
Yeah, I didn't as well, so yeah, lost 2-1. But obviously, Kelly...
But more often than not, if you go 2-0 behind, it's very unlikely you're going to win that match.
It doesn't matter how shite some people think the league is. Can't do it every time, and we won't do it every time, and we haven't done it every time. But Simon Murray makes it 1-0 Rangers. We huffed and puffed after this, but not much really happened. Then, out of absolutely nowhere, Jack Butland makes a mistake. It is the easiest catch. All he's got to do catches it. But no, he doesn't. Out of nowhere, horrific mistake, horrendous mistake. Flaps at it. There's about 5 different Dundee guys that get a shot away here due to Jackie Butland. But Shaughnessy makes it 2-0, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh, it's going to be one of those days. But Rangers, did we grow into it? No, I don't think we grew into this game. Barry Ferguson starting 5 at the back. What do you make of that? It may work against Fenerbahce and Celtic, but was 5 at the back ever really going to work against Dundee at Dens Park?
It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Tierney, I believe, has a hamstring strain, that's why he didn't play. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, if Tierney plays today, Rangers win this game easy. As great as he's been, to me, it's like the 5 at the back against Dundee here's just... But I see Jack Butland, man. His head has dropped ever since that snub from Thomas Tuchel. Who was it? Gareth Southgate, that was the one. Last season, man, ever since he didn't get called up, his head, his arse, has absolutely folded. But Rangers do make it 2-1. James Tavernier whips a ball into the box and Shaughnessy gets something on it. He scored at one end and he scored at the other end as it's 2-1 at half time. You're thinking, right, Rangers, all you've got to do is get the job done. And they can't do it, can they? Because they're fucking pish.
You're sounding like they didn't win now. What's wrong with you?
It's not good enough though, is it?
I thought you'd be a wee bit more excited.
Hold on, excited. My team's 13 points behind. Don't know what cuckoo land you're living in. Your team got fucking scudded today, 3-0. Do you sound excited? Do you sound buzzing?
I've just accepted my team's shite.
And Neil Cripsley's no quite delight like cereal. But Scott Tiffany, he made it 3-1. There was a... I mean, there was so much happened in this game. Because I was doing the watch along, I didn't take notes. So I'm kind of all over the place in terms of what happened. But the post get hit. Simon Murray hit the post. There was also another incident where the post get hit. As for Rangers, the subs were made at half time. Balogun came off, and so who else came on? But Barron was, I don't know what but you see Balogun, right? I like the guy. I've always said if he's 10 years younger, you can, do something with that. But he's 37, man. The guy gives you 45 minutes. It's never in the long run going to do anything for you. Because it just makes you think like what I do, and most people think, oh, what if he was 10 years younger? But we can't, Rocky Balboa once said, time is undefeated, and we can't do fuck all about it. So there's no point humming and hawing about Leon Balogun stepping up to task. Scott Tiffany, though, he makes it 3-1. He did make a pretty big error before this where he should have made it 3-1, but he makes it 3-1 anyway. Rangers did have a goal disallowed at 2 each. But Dessers, man, the guy must have had about 7 shots where he just, no good enough. It ain't. It really ain't. And this guy being facilitated instead of Igamani is ridiculous for me. You look at like Tavernier's goal, right, and Lawrence, and what Igamani did against Celtic. 3 guys that, I'm not saying Tav and Lawrence should start up front over Dessers, but 3 guys that can score a good goal. See Cyril Dessers, man, when he gets time to think about it, he just can't do it. And he gets given a lot of time to think, and you can't be missing this many chances for us, man. Because on a different day, he's getting buried. And it's been too many these days this season already. How many games has Cyril Dessers missed? I mean, realistically, if Dessers took half of his chances today, Rangers could have won about 7-3, 8-3. But we didn't. Like I say, Tavernier makes it 3-2. Good goal. Tom Lawrence comes on. I'll admit, I was critical. He makes it 3 each. And then Rangers eventually in the end do make it 4-3 with Cyril Dessers, as you pointed out. Pretty lucky with the flick on header. And then Simon Murray hit the post. But see, for me, man, Dundee, that is a hammer blow.
Well, Simon Murray hit the post before Dessers scored.
No, he did, but this is a hammer blow. This is an absolute juggernaut right hook to the skull of Dundee. This is brutal. They would have went above Kelly. I tell you what, if they went above Kelly, would you not be worried for Kelly?
Still, I'm worried for Kelly.
Derek McKinn's
With the bottom 6, when the split comes into play, I wouldn't be surprised if Dundee finish above Kilmarnock.
I don't think Kelly. Derek McKinn's would turn Rangers down now. That's for sure.
He definitely would not, but I don't think he'll be getting offered the job now either, to be honest. But Dessers finally stepped up when he was needed. Simon Murray hit the post. That was almost his last involvement in the game. And then he had to watch for the sidelines as his team lost the match.
Can't believe Dundee have not picked up anything, but just sums up Rangers this season, like I said at the beginning. Just very bipolar, very shite, and not very good in parts, but then great in others. Some of the goals were fantastic, taken brilliantly, but Jack Butland see if there's any form of bid coming in for him, get rid of him. That's too many mistakes.
And you ain't getting 15 million now, that's for
it's
sure.
It's not one-offs, it's a trend. It's consistency now, man. It's every other game the guy's making an absolute blunder, and not like, oh, it was a half-decent shot and he's parried it. We're talking about something he just has to catch right in front of him.
Yeah, so Butland, maybe, I don't know. Liam Kelly, could he be the number 1 next season? Have to wait and see. But 4-3, great game, 7-goal thriller. Good way to kick off the, well, not good way. Good way to end, I think.
Saturday,
aye.
But I tell you what, at least, the worst thing, I was talking about it in the live stream.
Lots of goals today.
Absolutely, but I was talking about it in the live stream. It's like, you beat Celtic and immediately the confidence and the form's at the windy. Rangers really needed to win this game for the sake of that. I know it might not seem like a lot, but see if Rangers lost today or drew, all the emphasis would have been took off of that result at Parkhead, and it would have been all you're shite. Again, still shite, but still won at the same time. And Rangers, what they've got to do, Barry's just got to win every game domestically, hope for the best. In terms of his career, I don't think he will get the job. Obviously the league's over, but Rangers have just got to take as much momentum this next season as possible. See losing games and drawing games, like see winning the next 3, losing 3 or drawing 3, it's not good enough. He needs to win every game. Can't be going into next season like 20 odd points behind. Need to get it as close as possible for a bit of confidence.
Try and stick his name into the hat for that permanent job. Anyway, guys, that's it. Let us know your thoughts down below. We'll be back later on. Fans' reaction and all that shite. Till next time, though. Peace.